Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Go ahead, Keri. Tell her like it is, boy.
In the studio, we have one of the special guest honorees for the 54th anniversary annual. Jesus, I need to drink more juice. The African American Parade that's coming up on September 17th. Ashley is going to be one of the grand marshals, and I'm really, really excited about that. So without any further delay, Ashley, welcome to the Keri's Korner Radio Show. Let's do a mic check to make sure everything's right.
Thank you so much for having me.
Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. Thank you for coming. Thank you for blessing us here in the studio with your beauty and your saxophone. I'm about to.
Thank you.
I called it a flute. And something else.
Trombone.
A trombone.
I always get trumpet. So
Trumpet,
you're not
okay.
the only one. You're not the only one.
I'm terrible. So the first question I'm going to ask you, I know you got all these cameras in your face. Shout out to your assistant, your personal assistant.
Yes, Noelle.
Noelle. Shout out to Noelle.
Thank you.
How did you start playing the trombone?
Saxophone.
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't do it on purpose. Saxophone, Keri. Saxophone, yes. How did you get started playing the saxophone? Oh, my God.
Yes. So I actually started on piano.
Okay.
And I played piano for many years.
Wow,
and
okay.
then eventually when I went to middle school,
Okay.
I wanted to be in the band. Thankfully, my school had a band.
Okay.
And piano wasn't a band instrument.
Right.
It was a concert band where, you play classical music.
Right.
And there's a lot of horn players and percussion, so
Okay.
I had to choose a wind instrument. And I actually wanted to do flute at first.
Okay.
It seemed a little more girly, and
Yeah.
I saw all the girls playing it, but then my dad was like, no, play
The saxophone.
saxophone, play saxophone.
Right.
So I just went with it, and we actually had a sax at home because he used to play as a child. So, I was like, okay, perfect. I can practice at home too. So that's how I chose saxophone.
Are you from New York City?
I am. I'm from Queens.
Okay, from the Q borough.
Yes.
Okay. I have a little story. I actually, when I was about 12 or so, I asked my mother if I could play an instrument only because everybody else was playing it in the school that I was in. And she paid this money to get me the classes. And as soon as, there's this weird way you had to blow into it.
Yes.
And when I realized that I couldn't do that, I was like, "Mom, I don't want to do this," and she was pissed.
Aw.
I think I owned the instrument. I think we got the key. I don't know, but it wasn't my thing. It seems
Wow.
like, but to play the keys and it's just wow. I believe, I don't want to say this wrong, but I believe one of my favorite artists, Patrice Rushen, plays the saxophone, but I could be wrong. I don't know. But as a person that plays a real instrument, right? What do you think about the music of today and this lack of authentic
Right, yeah.
music?
I have...
You can be honest.
I have a lot of different feelings. I mean, I actually do like a lot of today's music, but I do feel like a lot of it is unoriginal.
Right.
So not so much, too much concerned about the instrumentation, but
Okay.
I do feel like a lot of songs that come out recently are
just carbon
samples.
copies. Yeah.
Yeah, using samples, using
Yeah.
the same chord progression, same
Right.
lyrics as
Yeah,
other songs.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
No musicality at all. So I guess there really isn't anything to talk about. Who are some of your favorite jazz artists? Sax players and things. Yes.
Yeah,
Things.
so I mean, it's probably a little cliche to say Charlie Parker, but
Okay.
I really do like Charlie Parker.
Right.
John Coltrane. The people of today, I really like Gerald Albright.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a fan of Gerald Albright.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah.
he has an amazing sound
Yeah.
and technicality. So I love listening to his music, and I have quite a few female saxophonists that really inspired me. Like
Yeah.
the first female saxophonist I ever saw was Candy Dulfer.
Okay.
So
Candy Dulfer, yes.
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 So when I saw her playing, I was like, okay, I can do this. So that was inspiring for me.
And you have a school.
Yes.
And
yeah.
do you teach them how to play the sax?
We do. So
Is it difficult? Because you remember, I tried Well, it was a trumpet, I think. It was something, and failed miserably. But I was a kid. I had a short attention span. But doesn't it take a lot of you got to really be? It's an intricate instrument, right?
It is, and it does take a lot of effort in the beginning to be able to make a good sound.
Okay.
That's why I always tell people it's the easiest to start on piano or guitar, for example.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything in order to make a good sound. You just press a key and the sound is there.
Right.
But for wind instruments and some other instruments, you do have to work on creating the sound before you can even get into playing songs and just having fun.
Right.
So yeah, it's a little difficult in the beginning, but if you have, if you're determined, you can do it.
So we're gonna play a couple of your songs, and we're gonna get a listen to how you play. But I have a very simple and stupid question, because it wouldn't be me if I didn't throw one in there.
Okay.
I guess this probably isn't the best instrument to learn if you have asthma. Yes or no?
I never really thought about that.
Yeah. Only I would say something like that, right? Ridiculous.
I feel like it is possible. A lot of people feel like you have to have amazing lungs in order to play, but I feel like it is possible. You have to kind of just work your way up to it, and it's not as much as it seems. It's not as much air as it seems.
Well, for those of you that are connected to our social media, our YouTube channel, our Instagram, et cetera, you will get to see live in the studio. We'll ask Ashley to bless us with something, but you gotta be tapped into our social media. But in the meantime, let's get into some music from Ashley here on the Keri's Korner Radio Show. Let's go. And we're back on the Keri's Korner Radio Show live with Ashley Keiko. Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yes,
Keiko.
you did.
Okay. What's wrong with me? I'm always afraid because I have a thing about names. I don't want to mispronounce anybody's name. Ashley's been playing live in the studio, but you guys aren't going to be able to partake unless you check in with our social media, so make sure you do. Who are some of the, or which are some of your favorites? What are some of your favorite songs to play with the sax?
So I have a few favorites right now. I have some that I've been doing for some shows, some of my previous shows and upcoming shows. So some of those songs are Cuff It by Beyonce.
Okay.
I've been doing Ascension by Maxwell. That's
Dope
another
song.
favorite.
Yes, absolutely.
One of my original songs, Burn Up, I like to perform as well. Okay. And then I have some Afrobeat songs. So like Essence by Wizkid.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Last by Burna Boy. So yeah, I'm doing a lot of contemporary music. So I know a lot of people, when they see saxophone, they think jazz. They think, old school.
Right.
But I am mixing in a lot of, old school flavor with the tone of the saxophone with new school music.
Giving it like a fresh new feel.
Yes.
What was it like? I've never been to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Sydney. What was it like playing over there?
It was a lot of fun. I was actually on a, not a retreat, but we were doing a mentorship program where we were mentoring youth in Australia.
Beautiful.
So I was working with an organization, and we were also at a university. So I got a chance to play at the university for a few people in the group, and it was a lot of fun.
That's pretty dope. In terms of if living or deceased, any recording artist, if you could have the opportunity to play on their album, 3 male, 3 female, living or dead, who would they be? We'll start with the ladies.
Okay. You're asking some good questions.
I try.
So Beyonce is one living.
Okay.
Who else?
Yeah.
Play on their album.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
The next person that comes to mind is Brandy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was listening.
Yes.
To
I love me
some
some
of
Brandy.
her.
Okay.
Yes.
And third, one more sister whose album you could play on, living or deceased. Who would that be?
I guess I would say Alicia Keys.
Ooh, that would be fire. That would be fire.
She was a huge inspiration for me when I was first, learning piano. So
Right.
Yeah, definitely Alicia Keys.
Now, what about the fellas? If you living or deceased, if you could play on any album by any three male recording artists, doesn't even have to be a singer. It could be hip hop. It could be a jazz artist. Whoever.
Right.
Who would you pick?
Man, maybe I would say Gerald Albright, since we were
Okay.
just talking
Right,
about him.
right.
He's awesome. I would love to learn from him.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah. Who else?
Pharrell, maybe.
Okay. That would be.
I've always
that would be
loved
really
Pharrell.
dope. Yeah. That would be really dope.
I definitely admire his production skills.
Okay.
And then another producer that comes to mind. Well, two people are coming to mind right now, which
Okay.
is Dark Child.
Okay.
And Timbaland.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. I know I asked you this already, but it's got to be really exciting for you to be one of the Grand Marshals at the 54th annual African American Day Parade. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready to represent for the people?
Yes. I'm representing for queens. I'm
Yes,
representing for female entrepreneurs, female musicians.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm excited.
Yes, a lot. I'm super excited. I know that later on in the set, you guys won't get to hear it, but we'll get to see it here in the studio. You're going to play live.
Yes.
How do people get in touch with you if they want to book you or if they want to get information about the school? What's the name of the school?
So the school is called Keiko Studios Music Academy.
Okay.
We're located on Jamaica Ave and 212th Street in
Queens
Village.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And you can find out more about Keiko Studios at KeikoStudios.com.
Okay, let's spell it because
Yes.
we got to make sure people get it right.
Right. So it's KEIKO Studios, spelled the normal way, .com.
Okay. Okay.
And we serve students of all ages, so
Great,
from
awesome.
starting at 2 years old all the way to adults.
Okay.
Yes.
And if people want to contact you about playing or booking you or whatever, how do they reach you? Through the website? Is that the simplest way?
Yeah, so I have my own website, which is
Okay.
ashleykeiko.com.
Okay.
Keiko spelled the same way, Keiko.
Okay.
And you can also find me on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Okay.
And in terms of booking me, definitely go to the website,
Right.
and we have a form where you can fill out everything that you need, and then my booking manager will reach out.
Last but not least, before we go into your music, we're going to play 3 more of your songs. What was now, see, this is what happens when you turn 51 years old.
Oh.
Your album. You have
Yes.
an album coming out?
So I don't have one coming out yet.
Well, we need you to have it because Burn Up was hot.
Thank
We
you.
need more of that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, I released Pursuit of Harmony.
Okay.
Man, time is flying. That was in 2020, the end of 2020 that I released.
That's not that. That was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. That's
Right. So, I'm working on a lot of different things, performing live.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to get back into the studio soon and release some music. If not an album, maybe a few singles.
Yeah. Okay. How can people get a copy of Pursuit though?
So it is on all streaming platforms, and we also have physical CDs.
Yes.
And
Oh.
I actually have one for you today.
Yes. That's what's up. Great.
Yes.
Absolutely. Great.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Keri's Korner will show you just what you were made of.